Thank you for charging.
That's what they said on there, but you can walk in there and get a social security card. You walk in there, you fill out an application for a social security card, they mail it to your house.
All right, what's up, everyone? What's up? What's up? So, I'm bored, so I started a live stream. Right? I'm bored. I'm starting a live stream, seeing if there's anyone with wants to. What's up? What's up? It's what's up? What's up? Can I have a mod? If I seen you more often, I'll make you one. Right? If you're here more often, Jaden, what's up? What's up? If we get chaotic, I'll make you one. So I'm bored. I just want to see if anyone wants to have a conversation back and forth, right? If you guys are bored, I'm bored. Let's just talk, right? Let's have a conversation. Nope, not a lesbian. Well, I like women, so I guess you could call me a lesbian, right? Carnage, what's up? What's up? Michael, what's up? 67, okay. You look less gay with the blonde. Jeffrey, what's up? So, no, I'm not an NBA person. I like UFC. I like the UFC. Yo, Jaden, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. So, I mean, if you guys want to have a conversation, I'm always down for having a conversation. Yeah, Michael, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. I mean, if you guys are bored, right? It's all good. If you guys are bored, let's have a conversation, right? Thank you for subbing. You guys are so kind. You guys are so kind. I'm relatively new. I've you know haven't done this, haven't been doing this that long, right? I'm trying to grow, right? I'm trying to grow, build a community, where we can talk, we can chill, we can hang out. God, thank you, JD Love. Thank you. Omni man, what's up? Ops, what's up? Guys, check out Omni, right? A great new channel coming up. Why is it so damn hard for people to use your? You know what? This is the thing where I want to say this, right? You have to take it with a grain of salt when it comes to social media, right? One of the things that is a good thing is that the whole grammar Nazis, right? Comments are always good for the algorithm. Comments are always good for the algorithm. So even if you comment correcting somebody, it's a great thing, right? It's a good thing. So you correcting people is a great thing. Polka. Well, I didn't vote for him. Well, I can tell you that. I didn't vote for him, but, I don't really care about government like that. No, I mean, like I said, I'm just saying that, like, again, doing those is a great way for to get people who really care about grammar to comment. So that's a good thing, right? I used to like WWE, right? I was a big fan during the Attitude Era. Right? I was a big fan, during the Undertaker, Shawn Michaels. Those are my favorites. But I'm a big UFC fan. I don't know, when John Cena's getting big and Roman Reigns, I kind of lost the love for it when I was during the PG era. Yeah, I love it when it was a little bit more violent, right? A little bit more risque. So, nope, not an angry artist. No. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you everyone for being here. No, this isn't my first time. But I'm small time. Nothing big. Getting started, trying to, gain some followers and stuff. Roddy Piper, right? Roddy Piper, OG. I love the old school stuff, right? I'm not the biggest fan of the new stuff, but I love the old school stuff. But I've shifted over to the UFC stuff. I like real violence. Are you an artist? Am I an artist? I have a graphic design, a master's and bachelor's in graphic design. So, yeah, I know Jey Uso, right? I know them. I mean, I know a bit of the wrestlers. I don't follow them or watch them that much. It's all good. Exactly, Omni, exactly. You like real violence, so covering modern dating. It's violent out there. I'm a big fan of Jey Uso. Okay, that's cool. I think I give them mad prop for them propping him up and trying to push him to greatness. So that's great. Aryan, misogyny, so boring and typical of the insecure males out here. Wow, having a username that says Aryan Blitzkrieg and talk about misogyny, that is quite the hypocrisy there. That is quite the hypocrisy there. And please, where's Where's the hate of women? I don't see the hate of women. I personally don't view these as the hate of women. I don't play video games, right? I'm not a big video game guy. I mostly read like mangas or watch anime, or I read comic books. I grew up old school WWF before WWE. That's exactly too. I'm old. I'm too old, right? Old school WWF was my thing, right? When they changed to WWE, it was kind of the start of the downfall for me. Yeah, I'm not a big gamer. I'm more of an anime and comic book geek. Right? I'm a big anime and comic book geek. I read mostly mangas, right? I read mostly mangas. I don't. I on and off do I watch anime, but yeah, I'm a big collector. I love comic books, so I'm a big geek. I can draw, design mangas or comic books. I've done it when I was younger. I do more graphic designs, but I mean I don't really draw as much as I used to. It's probably a passion I should get back into sometimes. Pennsylvania, from Pennsylvania, right? Thank you guys for all being here, right? We're just chilling, right? If you guys are bored, I'm bored. Let's talk, let's chill, right? If we want to talk about certain things, we can talk about whatever, right? These are just, conversation starters. If you guys want to have a conversation about modern dating, my channel, I usually talk about modern dating, or I just talk about anything I have opinion on, right? I have a few videos I just posted when I talk about, cosplayer, right? There was a cosplayer death that I talked about. So I talk about anything that I may have an opinion on, right? So it's more of a reaction channel. So I talk about anything and everything I have opinion on, right? Sometimes I have opinion on politics. Sometimes I have opinion on, race. So I usually honestly, it's just about opinions. I try to think of like really, I guess, controversial or interesting topics that get people riled up. Will be more easier to talk about, right? So let's break it down. All right, let's break this down. Number one, right? Go 50-50. Women can't handle traditional roles, and men can't handle traditional power. I think partnership, right? You could call it 100-100. You could call it whatever you want. It's basically both people giving equal amount in the relationship. Both people are doing contributing financially equally as possible. Both people are committing as equally as possible to domestic work. Both people are committing equally as possible to child care, child rearing. So because I think that honestly the traditional roles are outdated or not fit for most people nowadays. Right? I think women are too aggressive, too combative. They don't have the mindset to be in traditional roles. And I also think that a lot of men, right, can't handle traditional power, right? Being a leader of a household, taking full responsibility of the household. I think a lot of men can't handle it. So equal to both sides, right? Equal to both sides. No hate. I said this before. No hate towards women. I don't really try to shoot hate towards anybody, okay? I just have certain opinions that may seem like it's that, but it's not really. Who let this guy talk about masculinity? I don't know if I was talking about masculinity, right? I don't know if I'm talking about masculinity, but it's up to you. It's up to you if you think I'm talking about masculinity, right? But I say this, right? Masculinity should not be about how you look. right? It shouldn't be about how you look. It's about how you act, right? It's who you are inside, the type of man you are inside, the strength you have inside as a man, right? Perseverance is masculinity, in my opinion, right? Picking yourself back up, right? When the world shits on you, or when the world destroys you or whatever, you pick yourself back up. I think that's masculinity. Okay, perseverance, the strength of your willpower, right? The strength of your willpower. Green Lantern stuff, right? I think that's masculinity. Your moralities, your values, your principles, your boundaries. I think that's masculinity. So I don't think masculinity necessarily has to be how you look, right? Jacked up, crazy tall, whatever, right? Look like a crazy ass man. So, that's my point. I don't think masculinity necessarily needs to be like that. Now, let's go continue, right? Number 2, as women age, they become bigger red flags in dating. Now, I think both people, right? Both people essentially can or usually become bigger red flags as they're dating, but there's differences between men and women. So, you become more set in your ways, you become jaded, you become more combative, right? I think these goes both ways, like number 2 and 3. Yeah, no, I think number 2, it kind of goes both ways, right? I mean, like, men can become jaded, but here's the thing, okay? For number 2, as men get older, they gain more resources, right? Men gain more resources. So women can see more value in a man, right? His resources, how much money he has, properties, whatever, and maturity, right? As men age, they become more mature. But for women, men don't necessarily desire women's resources. So that doesn't help women in the dating market. Maturity for women is nice, but there's a certain degree, okay? So, that's why it's kind of like, what would I say? A double standard in a way. It's kind of a double standard, but it's kind of how dating is. Now, you said number 3, cause men also be delusional and bigger red flags too. Here's my thing where men can be bigger red flags, right? If men are older, and they still haven't matured, men still haven't gained any resources, yes, that's a bigger red flag. Even when you're like 40, 50 and you have nothing to your name and you're still like, you have a mindset where you still don't want to settle down, right? So yeah, there can be red flags, but again, typically, generally, men in general gain more resources as they age. Men in general gain more maturity as they age, and they want to settle down more as they age. While women, it's kind of in a way an opposite, where women's maturity isn't that desirable at a certain age or amount of life experience. And as terrible as it is, one of their biggest selling factor, beauty and youth, fades. Because this has some merit, but this seems like it's deflecting the problem on who the women you're meeting. I mean, you have a bit of point, but also seem like you've been around. No, that's the thing. I don't disagree. Yes, there's always an exception, right? Could you find a woman that's amazing in her older age? Yes. Can you find a man that's a bigger red flag in his older age? Yes, I agree. That's why I'm talking in general, right? There's always exceptions. There's always exceptions to the rule. I don't disagree to that. But that's why I talk in general, right? When you in general is like, when you meet 100 people, 60, 70 will probably be like this, right? There's always 30 or 40 that's different. Yeah, but that's why I talk in general. 78, this isn't deflection. It's not generalization entirely. He's not generalizing. I mean, it's more generalization, right? It's more generalization than, I don't know. I'm more generalizing. Speaking truth. Thank you. Thank you that you think that. Thank you that you think that. Um, Chris, the problem is no good jobs or careers. That is a problem, right? We are experiencing. I don't know if I would say no good jobs or careers, but it is harder, right? I think we've gotten more competitive over time. AI. You know, people don't want to pay as much, or people want to have as little as head count as possible. So it's gotten more competitive, right? I definitely think that it's gotten more competitive. Plus, you got to think, right? In the workforce, you have men and women. Back in the day, it was just men. So it's a lot more competitive. In honor of eating healthy and Thanksgiving quickly arriving. Okay, Blumpkin. 67, 61. Thank you for being here. Do Asians celebrate Thanksgiving? I guess we celebrate the commercialism of it, right? I mean, the commercialism, just eat, as a holiday to eat. My family used to celebrate it as a, holiday just to eat. But, since we've gone our own ways, we're not as, we don't get together as much. So, yeah. I'm Asian. Sometimes I get sometimes I get confused for Hispanic or Cambodian or some shit like that, right? So I get it, but Asian. Born in Australia. No, I was born in Jersey City. I was born in Jersey City. Thank you guys for being here, right? Thank you guys for being here. If you went camping with a buddy, got hammered, blackout on bedtime, then woke up sore and waddling, would you tell anyone? Woke up sore and waddling? Okay, if something happened to me, yes, I would. That's assault. No, I broke up with I had a very nasty breakup, so I'm still, I guess, I had a nasty breakup, so I'm still, recovering and focusing on myself. Let's not go. Yes, let's not go camping. Yes, correct. Let's not go camping. Yo, I love talking to people because, like, there are funny ass people out there. There are funny ass people. Do you occasionally hook up with? No, I don't really promote casual hookups, right? I mean, like, I don't know. I don't really try, right? I don't like it. It's not like I haven't done it, right? I've done, casual hookups before. I don't do it often because I don't. They're not that fun for me. Next time you hook up with your ex, you should give her a dirty Santa. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Man, my phone doesn't thank me for charging. Omni, how's the page doing? All right, are you liking it? Are you liking being a content creator? How's that going? How's that journey going? I know you've only have 3 videos, but are you liking it? My best friend's name is Carl. He thinks he is good looking and wants everyone to call him Hot Carl. I refuse to call him Hot Carl. Egotistical friends. That's always fun. Egotistical friends are always fun. It's good. He wants to talk about something else. It's all good. Right? I don't mind. I don't mind if people don't want to talk about the prompts. Right? I mean, it's just something you chill with. If you guys want to talk about other things, we can talk about other things. But I mean, if not many people want to talk about the prompt, who knows how long the live will go. But it's all good. Back in high school, I played trombone in band. 2 decades later, mom calls. She found it interactive while fixing a leaky roof. Now it's a rusty trombone. Interesting story. Interesting story. It's all good. It's all good, Omni. All right. Just thank you for being here. I'm confused. Is this your processing something? No, we're just having a conversation, right? If you guys want to have a conversation, we're down. We're down to just have a conversation, right? And these are just prompts if you want to have a conversation about these certain topics. No. No woman hurt me recently. Really? Omni, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you just got recently unemployed. Sorry, my brother. But this is a thing where social media is a fun hobby, fun little hobby. Chris, no woman hurt me. I'm just, these are just topics that, we may talk about, if they get a good back and forth, right? A good back and forth conversation. I think that these are all polarizing ideas that are overemphasized online. In real life, many people don't think about these things or align with these values. And here's the thing, right? I don't necessarily disagree. But here's my thing where, again, you're online, right? So having online conversation isn't a bad thing, okay? So I don't disagree that these may be a bit online kind of takes, but again, you're online, so we're having a conversation online. But you can't. I don't think you say 100% these aren't happening in real life. So why do I say that? Because honestly, we have marriage rates are down, or marriage rates are very stagnant, right? I would say that marriage rates are stagnant. We have a high divorce rate. We have a low birth rate. So something is happening, right? Something is happening in our dating environment. Paul, what's up? Neither. So happy to have a few Discord friends now, especially when laid off. Omni, definitely. You have family. You have family and friends here. All right. We love you. We love you, my brother. I hope things get better for you. Yeah, bro. I mean, the economy is fucked. Jobs don't pay. Housing is expensive. It is, right? I do agree. I definitely agree. Right? Things aren't hard. But here's the thing. I also say that, guys, you gotta start learning to save, budget, and invest. It has nothing to do with the erosion of gender roles or any of that. I mean, could you think that? Could you say? I mean, like, to be honest, is like we got to make more to to be able to provide for a family. Women are now their focus is on career, right? Women's focus are on career. Men's focus is it's past things, right? So, for sure, I think that a lot of impressionable young people get very influenced by the internet. I think during quarantine, a lot of influencers started to warp people's perspective. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say that the young people are very impressionable. I agree with that. Awesome. My girl and I both contribute, both non-traditional roles, and it's fucking rocks. And again, this is why I said number one, right? This is what I believe. I believe that, honestly, for today, traditional roles don't work for modern people. I believe traditional roles don't work for average people anymore. I don't believe traditional roles work for average people. I believe 50-50, partnership, right? Both people contributing. Just like Chris said, right? Both people contribute as equally as possible to every aspect of the partnership, right? And that's what I say. That's why I promote, right? I believe a 50-50 kind of partnership is the best way for average people. I've seen roles where one guy used to get replaced by 2, 3 young underpaid women before. It's weird time. See, that's the thing, right? I think that's part of the gender roles, the changing of gender roles, where okay, women are trying to make money, right? I mean, women are no longer relegated to the house, so women are trying to make money. So it's the dissolution of gender roles, right? But I mean, good or bad, that's the world. That's the world we live in. So it's happening. And again, like I said, these are just topics. If you guys want to talk to, have a conversation about, yeah, these are kind of polarizing topics. But polarizing topics are usually fun to talk about, fun to go back and forth with, and okay. So Omni said, can you give an example of number 5? Okay, women are judged way too lightly for the same bad behavior men are criticized for. Let's say this. Women that, let's say, domestic violence, right? A woman that hits a man, no one bats an eye, right? If a woman hits a man, no one bats an eye, right? No one cares if a woman hits a man. I've seen it before. There's been social experiments done before where a woman would hit a man in public. No one does nothing, right? That is a big thing, right? Violence against men, particularly from women towards men, no one cares, right? No one talks about it. No one bats an eye. Let's say, SA allegations. You could say, let's say, I don't know about you, but in recent time, a lot of teachers, female teachers, are, there's a lot of scandals with a lot of female teachers. And those things are, both men and women, right? Both men and women don't think that it's that big of a deal, which I think it's stupid, right? But, right? Older women, older teachers, female teachers dealing with young male students, that's usually not, all that talked about often. Paul, no, I don't. I don't. I mean, I may stutter. I'm not charming with my words or anything. So, excuse me for I'm not extremely charming or great, great conversationalist. So, excuse me for that. Let's see what else. Examples, like other examples. Cheating, right? Women cheat just as much as men. Women cheat just as much as men, but we don't talk about that, right? We condemn men for cheating, and which is, yeah, men that cheat are disgusting in my opinion. But anyone that cheats is disgusting. But I think women get more leeway or more understanding to cheat. We always hear, right? Oh, he must have done something to, for her to cheat and stuff like that. Sexism comes to mind or comments and attitude, even at work. Yeah. It is okay for women to put down men or, say misandrous things, right? Hateful things towards men. And it's not a problem, right? It's not an issue. So a lot of things. That's what I'm saying, where it is true that society judges women much lighter, right? Society judges women much lighter. Been told to my face that men are nothing without women by the HR rep. Oh man, Omni. This is why I can't work in those environments. I feel like I can't deal with people like that. Right? HR rep would tell you that women are, men are nothing without women is insane. Mike, what's up? Yeah, Bobby Lee. I like the guy, right? I think the guy is sometimes he's a funny guy, right? I love Bobby Lee. He's a funny ass guy. Sometimes he comes off as a weak simp sometimes, but it's okay, right? It is part of his, I guess, his charm, but it's hard to stand a lot, right? So I like Bobby Lee, but I couldn't continue watching his stuff. Like, I really like Tiger Belly and his stuff, but when I hear things about happening to him that I feel like he shouldn't be doing, it's very simpish. I feel the same. The past few years, he has kind of went of his norm vibe and is wild now. The one girl made him worse. Yeah, that's the thing where his ex, like I thought it was cool, right? I thought it was cool when I guess in the beginning, him and his girlfriend. But once they broke up, and it's like learning how they broke up, that she was pretty much cheating on him or wanting like different men compared to him. I'm like, come on, you should have thrown that bitch to the wayside. You're like seriously. I no. Okay. Hello.
Hi.
What would you want today?
Black overlay.
Black overlay.
Thank you for charging.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
So give it to me for 35 more, okay?
Hi guys, I gotta work, so I gotta go. Right? I was just doing it because I'm bored. So later, guys.